Oh, we have ourselves a brand new event and a new weapon. Energy recharge polearm. Oh, it's a Xianling polearm. Now, there's obviously a new banner up at the moment. We could take a look at it right here. The thing is, I'm not loving the 4-star options. Clearly, Xianling is like the best one here, but we already have her, so I don't really need another one. Goro won't be that good on this account. If I sort this by 4 stars and 5 stars, who the heck am I gonna run a Goro with? I guess Noelle. Noelle is literally like the only one, right? Then Sayu is fine, but we already have a Sucrose. And then we have Lynette as well. And we also just got Lanyan. So I would say it would be good if we could lose to a character that's not on the banners. But that's what we did last time. So I'm fairly certain that we're guaranteed to get something on banner. Although if it is Goro, then I'm not going to be tempted to build him, which means I can continue to focus on the characters I'm currently building, which is already hard enough for me. So perhaps it would actually be kind of a blessing if we do get a character that we don't plan on using. And here we go. We are seeing our first duplicate character. That means we now get to go on the standard banner for the first time ever and do single pulls until we get a 4-star. Now, the question is, because I don't know if I ever define this myself in the rules. When this happens with a weapon, we pull on the weapon banner until we get a 4-star. And then once we get that 4-star, we go back to the rate up banner and we keep pulling on that until we get a 4-star character. So do I need to then just go back onto that banner and pull again? But then what if I get another duplicate? Maybe it just ends there. Well, I guess today we will be setting those rules. Here is our first 4-star on standard banner. It literally could be anything. It's a Dragon's Bane. And let me just specify, we do not go and pull on weapon banner now. The only choice I need to make is, do I keep pulling on this or are we done? I think I should pull on it until we get one more 4-star to just keep in line with the same thing that we do for the weapons. And then even if this is another duplicate, I'm not going to keep going back and forth between this and standard. That could be a very quick way to drain every wish that I have. So regardless of what we see here, even if it's a weapon, I think no matter what, we're done after this 4-star. Speaking of 4-stars, here it is. And it's a bow, Favonius Warbow. That is what we're using on official. I could I have 3 of them. I'm not going to refine it because maybe someone else is going to want it too. And honestly, even unrefined, it's still pretty good. Too bad this is not good for Chevers because it looks great on her. All in all though, I would say those wishes did go well for us because now I don't have to worry about building new characters. In terms of upgrading characters though, we can go ahead and ascend Gaming's weapon, which is now only 1 away from max ascension. I need to go make sure all these weapons are max refined first. Then we can go and max this out. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's the highest I could bring it right now. Yeah, we can't even do anymore. So his weapon is perfect in terms of what we can do for the time being. Looking around, it doesn't seem like there's too much I can farm for today, which kind of gives us 2 options. Either I can farm bosses for the next ascension of either Chevers or Bennet, or I can completely waste my resin and attempt to farm artifacts. Unfortunately, I do know what the better thing to farm is. It's just the less potentially exciting thing to farm because you know what you're gonna get. Well, you know what you're gonna get. You don't know how many of them you're gonna get though. And this is not exactly the best team to farm this boss with. We're seeing 3 drops. We're seeing 2. Okay, you know, I was trying to speak it into existence. Actually, I think I found a pretty good way to take it down quickly. So I take it back. This team is perfectly fine for this boss. 3 drops. 2 drops. But you know what they say? The 3rd time that you fight a boss, you're guaranteed to get 3 drops because that just makes sense. Then we run in, we put down a burst, put down all of this good stuff, and then boom, bang, and we win. Then because it's the 3rd time, we are obviously getting 3 drops. See? It just works. Admit it, you were doubting me. 4th time only gives us 2 because it's not the 3rd time. And also, thank goodness they changed it so that bosses just respawn instantly. I wish we got it sooner, but at least we got it. Because especially for something like, say, Geohypostasis, it is a pain to get back to that thing. Last bit of resin, we get 2 drops. But also the chunks are nice. Oh, I don't know who's going to need HP double crit, but someone probably will, and I will be keeping that. Then that should give us not enough to ascend Bennet. That's sad. I guess I'm gonna have to wait for a little bit of resin to regen, but it's fine because I also need to go around picking some flowers. I also decided to collect some of these for Chevers while I'm collecting other stuff, and I've got to say they're one of my favorite ascension materials to collect. It is just so easy. All ascension materials are not created equal. I went ahead and I did a little bit more of the Sumeru Archon quest. The next part is doing this domain, and I'll be honest, I don't remember this at all. I take it back. I remember only this room. This is the first time that I did this. I could not figure out how to use the elevator here. Now that that's been taken care of, we have something else to deal with. Our resin is maxed. So the first order of business is going to be taking down Pyro Registine and hoping that we get one of the chunks. Because the two characters that we're building right now both need Pyro chunks, and I only have a couple. I also don't have any Stardust to buy the dust to convert them to different types, so that's not an option. We don't get a chunk. If we check though, we can make 4, which is enough to ascend Bennet, but not Chevers. So after just a bit of crafting, our little Benny boy can be ascended for the second to last time. I suppose it's worth leveling him as well, and that just leaves Chevers. But like I mentioned, the problem are these chunks, because the boss that I need to go fight now does not drop Pyro, and I can't convert them over, so I don't have a way of getting them. I mean, I guess I could still farm Pyro Registine because I'm going to need more eventually, but then I'm also still going to need more chunks eventually. I just don't have enough chunks. No matter what I do, chunks are going to be a problem. And unfortunately, we are back to getting 2 drops per boss. Oh no, you know what I haven't done this week? It's currently Sunday, and I haven't farmed any weekly bosses yet. First, we gotta take on the whale, which gets us 2 drops and a chunk, but not the one that we're looking for. Oh, and a cryo damage goblet with double crit. So right now that's like, that's what, Kaya only? Actually, that raises the question. What 4 stars are DPS Cryo, Rosaria, and Kaya? And that's about it. Then it's on to Mr. Wolf, netting us. It's possible to get 1 drop at this level? Oh, well, that is highly unfortunate. Then last up is the Diva Lin. Oh, Gaming is not good for this fight because this little, the Suwani Manchai, every time you plunge, it bounces off of the Valen onto the ground, and then it has to climb back up to get back to you to do another plunging attack. And I mean, you know your DPS is bad when you can't one-cycle the Valen, and it's not even the highest difficulty. What just happened? And we only get 1 of the weekly boss drops. I know there's a dream solving over there, but this is just so sad. You know what I think we need? I think we need a good old dose of RNG. Let's see if we can somehow get ourselves a good piece. Either set is fine. We can use both of them. But all I'm saying right now is our official build sucks. And then even Gaming's, granted we get, I think, 36% more crit rate, but it's still not great. And I can't really in good conscience start building other characters if these characters look like this with their stats. As I'm just saying, I really want to build Lanyan. Although truthfully, I forgot just how long it takes me to do this domain once. It is a quick 3-minute run that gets us 2 pieces I'm not gonna use. But that time, it was only 2 minutes and 24 seconds. I don't know what I did differently, but it was faster. Though the artifacts are just as bad. We're down to 2 minutes and 6 seconds. I am locked in. If only the artifact drop rates were also locked in. Yeah, I mean, what am I gonna do with this? Nothing. Dump it straight into the strong box. That's what I'm gonna do. Our last condensed resin gets us 3 drops. 1, that's not good. 2, that's not good. And 3, that's not good. Can you believe there are some people that say the artifact drop rate in this game is bad? You know what though? I was just looking at Kaya's build and it's bad, but I want to give him this and attempt to power it up. There are many ways that this could go terribly wrong. And it is starting out doing exactly that. Then it goes into ER, which, you know, it's a fine stat, but there's kind of double crit. We then go into crit rate, and I can't power up artifacts anymore. I don't know how much of a train wreck this is gonna be, but last episode, we finished floor 5, so this time I figure we'll try floor 6. One side seems to favor Cryo, and the other side favors Pyro. Though it should go without saying, that level 1 Lanyan has to come along. In terms of just damage, we seem to be fine here, and apparently, you know, I probably should have read it, but there are shockwaves going off when we deal Pyro damage. So, oh, I forgot how easy the time requirements are here. To get 3 stars, we just need to do it with at least 2 minutes remaining. So, level 1 Lanyan, it is time to carry us. You know, for as scuffed as this team is, it's not doing terribly, at least like in theory. We have heals, we have Viridescent buff, we have Hydro application, and then Cryo. Don't ask me how Lanyan has not died yet, and you might think it's because it's her shield, but at level 1, that shield cannot be that strong. And then when Candace's burst and Kaya's burst are both up, we get lots of freeze. It should come as a shock to absolutely no one, but the second half is definitely just a little bit slower. Back to the first half. Like, I know the first couple floors of Spiral Abyss are easy, but you've seen how bad this account is. I'm still kind of surprised with how quickly we're able to clear through this. Now back to what we all came here for, level 1 Lanyan. I would have brought our level 2 Xianling in here, but there's so many pyro enemies that I didn't think that'd be a good idea, which is why Candace is here instead. And look at that, we still have about 7 minutes left. Chamber 3 even gives us a crit damage bonus, and there's only 6 enemies, which means this is instantly so much easier. The last chamber had 27. So, you know, 6 is a very welcome change of pace. Second half is 9, but that does not pose any sort of issue for us. So we get our 3 stars on floor 6. Only 2 more until the true pain and suffering begins. Floor 7 just has 3 enemies on every chamber. I know you need to take them out fast before they put up the shields, but I'm wondering if we can do that. Second team is cracked. We got Kaya, you know, cool. Barbara, nice. Level 2 Xianling and level 1 Lanyan. But you know what we can do for our Xianling? We can give her the level 1 Dragon's Bane that we got earlier. If for no other reason, it matches her very nicely. Then we try and take this guy out. I should have gone for the Hydra one first since it's going to heal, but it doesn't matter because that one's dead. And the Hydra one's also dead. Oh, that's not just 3 enemies. The variety of 3 enemies, yes, but I thought it was just 3 in total. I have been lied to and misled, which greatly decreases my confidence with this second half. It's fine. We have Barbara for shield, and by that I mean breaking pyro shields. Also, suddenly to get 3 stars, we need to clear 420 seconds remaining. Why the sudden difficulty spike? We still got the 3 stars. Oh, but then this time you only need 390 seconds, but it's the second chamber, so it's getting easier. I fail to understand this logic. Oh, and now we have to clear with 450 seconds remaining. Isn't that an even stricter requirement than floor 12? And then they have less enemies on the last chamber too. It just seems like it gets easier as you go. They killed Lanyan. Can I even consider this a victory anymore? I'm just going straight for floor 8. I feel like we're gonna struggle here and not be able to get 3 stars, but there is only one way to find out. No! Oh, Lanyan's just getting deleted. That's okay. First half is very easy. So this time, let's not let that happen again. What we're gonna do is this and then immediately go for the burst. Then try to get the shield up and hopefully not die. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna deal with the pyro just fine. Like we could break the core and then we just do no damage. But there are the 3 stars for chamber 1. I think chamber 2 just had a lot of enemies. No, only 7. Okay, that shouldn't be too terrible. Although this dude is absolutely eating my attacks. Oh, but it was just that and then Hilichurls. Okay, we should have a decent amount of time left for this side. And it looks like it's basically the same enemies, which is actually bad because if we were struggling with damage on the first half and now we have to do it again, that's a little concerning. Look, I just have to use my skill. The thing that I never try and use. The thing that I have very little of. I forgot he could do that attack. All right, Lanyan, bring us home. Oh, wait. I don't have Xianling for the last chamber now. You know, it shouldn't be too big of a deal because it's pyro registfine anyways. And this side has cryo. This is gonna kinda suck. But let's break that. Put down the Bennet buff. Why does my brain and mouth, they can't work together. When I press record, they stop working. I think it should be studied, honestly. How one's brain can just completely fail them on demand. Okay, we're gonna go for the 2 loop on this guy because I was able to get Kaya's burst up while attacking it when it was down the first time. I don't want to waste it here, so we'll just wait a second. We'll break the core again. We'll go in. We'll set up this. We'll do some Lanyan things. Switch back to Kaya, get some more damage off. We'll go back to Lanyan. I'm just kind of waiting for her burst to come up, but it doesn't seem to want to. I mean, I don't understand why. She only has no energy recharge. We're almost there. We only have 5 minutes left to do this. It's that easy. So somehow we were able to beat floor 8 on this account using 4 characters with pretty bad builds, being these 4. 2 characters that are at least leveled, but other than that, they're not looking too good. And then basically 2 completely unleveled characters. And that right there is the power of level 1 Lanyan. You know, I was just gonna leave the Spiral Abyss because I don't think we can clear floor 9, but let's just pretend that we can. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. First up, little animal guys. I'm not gonna lie, a Sucrose would be much smarter to bring here. And our Sucrose is like level 50 at least. I should bring her over Lanyan, but it's level 1 Lanyan. It'd be a crime to not bring her. Oh, I see. That is unfortunate. We have already had one character die. Though we could just chalk that up to a skill issue. Let's try again. I have to be smart and try to only swap on the two level 1 and level 2 characters whenever these guys are frozen. If I bring them on field when they're not frozen, there's a very high chance they will die. Oh, just like that. Exactly like that. See, I only let Xianling die there because I wanted to prove my point, not because she was killed by them. Clearly, I am way too good at this game to allow a character to die like that. Okay, here we go. This is the one. This is it. We're doing it. No one is dying. All 9 enemies defeated. Second half. Oh, I forgot I could just do this. Boom. I missed. Boom. Hello? Excuse you? Sit down. Thank you. It's only 1 enemy, so I should just be able to do this. Overloaded is fine on these guys because they can't be knocked away. And that was so much faster than the first half. Here we go again, but this time water things. Little penguiny bird creatures. The axolotls. I'm well aware that is not what their name is, but that's what their name should have been. Then 3 of these. I want to swap on Lanyan, but I'm so afraid to do it. But I think we should be... Oh, kneecaps, right. You know what? Let's just use everything. I forget if you can shoot this one's eye to knock it over, but it doesn't matter if you could just kill it anyways. Also, there is a bit of a pyro damage bonus going on floor 9, which in my head was only going to help Xianling, completely forgetting that we have an overload team. Then we shall take Elemental Mastery, and we shall win. We shall get our big, enormous W. Why did I use Lanyan stuff before afflicting cryo on anyone here? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Ooh, look at us go. I mean, don't look at the damage. Like, turn that off. There we go. Now you can't... Oh, you still see damage. Obviously, all of the UI is very important in here, but it looks so much better without it. A little slow, but the first half is now completed. Now we just have this, which this one I think we can shoot. Once it fully spawns in, we can shoot it. Watch, see? Boom. Just like that. I should stop doing this. Oh, I got it. Go with one of those into this and start plunging. Goodbye, Mr. Ruin person. Earth guard, Earth watch, something like that. So floor 9 is done. I have absolutely zero confidence in doing this. I'm also going to commit a tremendous sin. I am going to use Sucrose instead of Lanyan, and that is going to be why we lose. But do you see how many enemies there are on this first half? Like, I kind of need Sucrose, or at least a level 2 Lanyan. All right, floor 10. Let's see what you got. I am so ready. All right, I know what you got. I literally saw it listed. I am so intelligent. Yeah, Sucrose, because, you know, it's not a level 2 Lanyan. If it was level 2 Lanyan, then that'd be stronger than the Sucrose. But because it's not, the Sucrose is pretty nice here. Okay, last 3 enemies. Oh boy, that's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. I got this. There's a word for this, and it is easy. Oh, until they start doing the Mualani special. Oh, Xianling is gone. I blame Sucrose. Yeah, I've got to say, the lack of damage on this side is a little apparent. Everything's fine. See, we were able to clear the first half. Maybe. Kaya, thank you. What was on the second half? It might be okay. If we take out his pet first, then we should still be able to get 3 stars. Yeah, that first half is a little weak. Just a tiny bit. So now Xianling is dead, which means, not that she was doing like a ton of damage, but it at least allowed us to get some melts. Those melts are now no longer an option for us. Help, game, where's my sacrificial fragments for Sucrose? All right, triple enemy time. Wonder if it would have been better to swap which team was on which side. Maybe, but I am already committed to this. We cannot let Xianling's sacrifice be in vain. So we have about a minute and a half to complete it on this side. Minute and 20. Part of me wants to try and save some of my bursts. I say as I use all my bursts. I'm not attacking the pet this time because it's way too hard to hit that thing as it flies around. But we were once again able to get 3 stars. I expect everything to fall apart here, but maybe not. Oh, no, we're not going to get 3 stars because we have to beat it with 7 minutes. That means I only have a minute left. Come on, we can do it. 30 seconds, fantastic. And we still have to do the other half, don't forget. Okay, 17 seconds to do the second half. This is gonna be great. It's only 1 enemy, so that's fun. 4 seconds, not happening. Okay, so we would have needed about 40 more seconds, but I have an idea. Watch this. Okay, ready? We're gonna go, no, I just want to add one. I just want to add one of these. One of, go. That's level 7. No, thank you. Level 2. Yes, this is what I want. All right, we're going to try this again. I think I'm still going to use the same team on each side, but the difference is we're going to bring Sucrose and a level 2 Lanyan. Plus, with double Animo, they should be able to generate more particles. Well, at least for themselves. And it also gives us some reduced stamina usage, which is always nice. Okay, can you stop shooting at me from... come over here if you're going to fight me. Can you guys group up, please? I mean, it doesn't matter because, like, we already got 3 stars here, but I'd still prefer if this didn't take 10 years used to be. Oh, but we still got 3 stars. We could use all of our bursts now, but then we're going to want to save them once we get a little further in. All right, almost there. For this dweeb, we just need to once again try to save bursts and also not let anyone die. Although Fishless burst I can still use because it's the same as our skill. Okay, bird down. I don't have Cheverus's burst. Oh, I could probably not get it actually. Is what I was going to say because Oz killed the boss. But now we are back to Chamber 3, where we shall spam every burst that we have. So, Hydro into this and then that, and we'll do this into boom, bang, and let's see what we can do. It does suck when Kaya's burst goes down and Barbara's heal isn't up because then there's like nothing happening, and I am terrified to leave Lanyan on the field. Of course, that's terrified because of how strong she is. It seems like it's gonna be about the same amount of time though. It's actually even slower, which doesn't make sense because last time I only had 3 characters and this time I had 4. But there's no point in finishing this because we can't get a better score. It would probably help if I had any of these ascension passives. Here, you know what? I'll put you at level 20. This is so overkill. Oh, because I did her trial, I do have everything to just ascend her for the first time. And that barely uses any resources, so I'm fine with it. Then I'll put you to level 40 for double overkill. Okay, this is just crazy now. Let's go right back in. Is the level 40 Lanyan as cracked as I think she's gonna be? Oh, I put them on the other side by accident. Well, okay, we'll see how this goes. Overloaded is a little annoying against a lot of enemies that can get knocked around. So I guess let's see how this team performs on this side. I'm gonna wait for you to spawn your little dude. Then we're gonna freeze your little dude. I do prefer the overloaded team here, but overall, I do think that this was a little faster. Well, if Kaya can ever kill this thing, it'd be a little faster. He's had no health for like a minute now. Oh, I think we just ticked over into a new day. So all the cards changed and we just got a crit card. This is no longer a controlled experiment. I'm once again trying to save on bursts and yet we're still beating it a lot faster. But now for the real test. Chamber number 3. This team is a little better at dealing with all of these than the other team was. But can the other team deal with the other half of this abyss? Let's freeze you in place and then start doing whatever we're gonna do. We have a minute and 20. Our damage is not. Yeah, this team is not designed to deal with this. I'd say they'd put up a valiant effort, but it is not enough. So we're leaving again. This is gonna be great. This is how we win. We reintroduce our level 2 Xianling. We switch Gaming. I meant to swap these teams to the other way again. It's fine. It's so fine. How did Xianling die when she was not on field? That's it. I'm gonna win. I am too stubborn to lose to this. I introduce to you the Electro Charge team. There are many enemies here, so Electro Charge makes some amount of sense. Oh, how I wish I had a Beto. I can't say it felt that smooth. I don't think it's gonna be able to get 3 stars. But only time shall tell. Back to Chamber 3. We do some zappy zappies, and once these are gone, we do more zappy zappies. Try to group these together as much as we can, which did not go so well. With every team I bring, it somehow gets worse than our first attempt. I don't know if that should be impressive or disappointing. Here we go. We're not gonna win, but let's try. We'll put up what we can. Did not mean to... Okay, I just threw. I'm so used to having Gaming in the first slot that I accidentally swapped to him and used his burst before putting up Kaya's. Though I don't think it mattered based on the damage that we're doing. This was not going to be a 3-star clear. So I think we got to call it a day in terms of Spiral Abyss. I do think that doing, where are you, Lanyan? Doing this and that would be our best bet for right now. Okay, I lied. We're going one more time because I said that these would be my best 2 teams, but I don't actually know that unless I try it. So we're going to do exactly that. You know what's crazy is with the little bit of upgrading that we did do, and I swapped around the few artifacts that we do have, we finished at the exact same time as when we only used 3 characters. Not too sure how that happened, but yeah, I don't think with our current character builds and lack thereof, we are able to do 3 stars here, which is really sad because it would have been so... I didn't mean to do that. It would have been so cool to get 3 stars on floor 10, but unfortunately, it's not in the cards. Though I guess my goal originally was what, like floor 6 that I wanted to beat, or 7, and I was just gonna stop after that, but then we were able to climb all the way to floor 10, though of course now there's an asterisk because we didn't actually 3-star it. But I suppose that is a lot more progress than I thought we'd be able to make. Now, I can't even describe how tempting it is to try and go build Lanyan right now, but I'm behaving. I came to this domain to farm talent materials for Bennet, although I now just realized I forgot to condense resin. Good job, me. Oh, AR 50. Does that mean anything? Are the enemies in my world gonna kill me now? Oh, I'm gonna have to do a world ascension. I like the idea of bosses dropping more drops more often, but I don't like the idea of them taking even longer for me to defeat. So I actually don't know if I want to do that right now. This is a terrible idea. This is stupid, and I should not be doing it. However, I figure in between episodes, I'm gonna want to be farming a lot, and it's better if I can farm at higher drop rates, but I don't want to do this off camera, so if I'm ever gonna do it, it's kind of gotta be now. Of course, if we fail this, then I'm not going to do it because that means I'm not ready for this. But I have yet to ever fail a World Ascension quest, and they went ahead and made them even easier. So if I fail this, I think I should just quit Genshin Impact forever. I don't think I could ever live that down. Yeah, just as expected, that was not very difficult, which means we're at world level 7. Not sure how much that actually improves our drop rates, but I'm hoping it's a decent amount, because now it is my mission to fully clear floor 10 in the Spiral Abyss. But with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy, and as always, I will see you all in next time.